to show that unity has many different faces, many different types. The first one, when people want to be together to create some community, they come together. But this unity we can see at different levels. Just unity in one space, unity of relations, unity of mental aspects, unity of aspirations, of values, goals. And if we have all this holistic unity, then we can say that we can join together. And also it's these are criteria of unity. And everybody can to have a look at his or her life and say in which community, in which nation, in which civilization he or she has this unity. Universology works out its special apparat of definition, and the main value of Universology is that it is the universal and system approach to world history and culture. It is synthesis of historical, cultural, education and energy aspects of future. And especially for me it's important that it's universal management. Universology gives us the universal management as a continuous divine improving of human life and activity. And I would like to present you the topic of, as it was said here, the transforming power of consciousness of the new era in an aspect of universal system of management quality. So what is the quality of our life? What is the quality of management? At first I think that every human being should realize in what era he or she is living. For example, our parents and our grandparents lived in the era of Pisces. And this era had some specific characteristics, and I will not speak about them, but now we entered to the new era, the era of Aquarius. And we can say that everything changed, but people commonly don't see these changes, and they live their lives that it was 10 years ago, 20 years ago, and so on. And what is the main changes? For example, if the era of Pisces gave us such basis of knowing what is the God, what is hierarchy, how I can interact with hierarchy, yeah, through meditation, through praise, and so on. The area of Aquarius demands from us mental activity. Activity in making new products. The products that it's not only good for us because they give us some basis for living, for consumption, and so on, but products that can develop us. If product does not give us some source or formula of development, we can say that it's not a product of our era. Yeah, it's a product of past era. So another aspect of this is everybody in this era should know in what super system he or she lives. Why it's so important? Because if we are the part of something larger, we should know the aims, goals of development of this larger system, of the super system. If we don't know what is the goals of the super system, we can't live in this system, yeah? Because this greater system will do everything to kick us from this system. Yeah? For example, if we, our body is the system, and something strange go in our finger, and we know that it's not it's pain. Yeah, for us it's very it does not allow us to live the normal life. We try to take it away. Yeah, the same is with the human being. If we are the part of some society, or for example family, and this family and this society we don't execute our duties, the greater system just say, okay, I'll wait maybe for some time, but finally I don't want this part of mine, right? And here we have our models that explain, yeah? And here we also have the words of Sri Aurobindo, who said to work from near to far, and from that which is known to the unknown, to unknown. And here we have far and unknown, because we don't know what is in the course, yeah, in the course of this system in which we live. Usually we say, okay, we know what is the aim of my family, what is the aim of my society, what is the aim of my nation and civilization. But when I studied public relations, I explored many countries, and it occurs that almost no country has its mission defined very good, yeah, for everybody. There are some programs, but these programs are not so, how to say, strictly defined. Yeah, the first, they are not, maybe it's you said too sharp, but they are not for people. Yeah? They are for some outer security, yeah. And security, it's the main goal, and very often the security is more important than education, than growing up of new generations, education, and so on. So I think that everybody wants to live in the system that have goals that how to say, communicate or are related for our cosmic purpose, because the human being is a cosmic phenomenon, and in our everyday life we just forget about this. As it was said today, there are universal laws, and these laws are not only for human being. These laws are generally, they are universal for all universe. And very often a human being thinks that he or she could live without knowing these universe laws and could be happy. But if we buy a car, we don't write it before without knowing what is the traffic rules, right? The same is in the life. If we have destination, we should know how to reach this destination with the help of what laws. And if you see here, we have not only 7 laws, we also have 5 construction rules and system parameters that defines every moment of our life. Because at this moment we can say where we are, in what space, in what point of time, at what energy we are exchanging with what people, right? very often we say, okay, here is very good energy, and sometimes we say, oh, it's not very good energy. But what types of energy are? Yeah. If we have 7 levels of our activity, of our life, so we should have the 7 types of our energy. So here is the basis of Universology, yeah, of our models, and here is the base Universology model that shows the wide range, the 7 levels of management hierarchy. So every human being has his or her goals of optimal management of human and material resources, of health as well, yeah, because all of us want to be healthy, managing our communication, because we sometimes want to have relations with some people, and with another people we don't have relations, or maybe some better relations. We should manage the professional development of our staff. Then the main key word is collective strategy, when we study to unite with other people in groups, in projects, and so on. Then we should develop the energy of collegial leadership, raising generalists, and participate in social movement. Yeah, it's another level. And here in the 6th level we have mainly the energy of our values, leading through the implementation of goals and value social values, industry and national economy. And the most important part of our energy is the leading by achieving goals and values of the international community. The same 7 levels of goals we have today, for example, family, enterprises, societies, and so on. And if you have not these defined criteria, yeah, or goals, we can say that we have now the holistic approach to our own life. Our own life is very important for us. Why not we don't work at this life, at our project of our lives? Why we have now defined the 7 main levels? Every level we can divide into more 7 levels, and we can more precisely define our lives, our goals. If not, our life for us is not so important. We say also that it is the quality of our life. Generally, in our societies, the quality of life is the measure how much we eat, what we eat. If we have to live here, some flats here or houses, what is the quality of our comfort? Yeah, but we propose to have a look at the quality of our predestination, the quality of our values, the quality of being leaders in different life projects, and so on. And here we have the 7 levels of divine choice according to the universal system of quality management. It's a technology that was born in our movement, and we develop it by our lives, because we try to use all these levels in our own lives, in the lives of our families, our enterprises, and so on. The first level is the defining of life predestination or life mission. I would like to ask you, who of us has very good written and thought out his or her life predestination? Have you such a book or some papers, some documents where you have describe your life predestination and life mission. Who have? Universology. Но почему так не смело, я не понимаю. Вот так вот, Okay, thank you. So another level, harmonizing according to the 4 elements. So when we have this predestination and love mission, we are going to see if it's possible for us to realize this predestination. Right? The next point is the ascertainment of main multi-level goals. It's another universal model, and I will show it to you. The next step is specifying the management cycles, because every goal should be realizing in some cycles, month cycles, year cycles, and so on. And then establishing of the self-management, because if we want to unite, we should know which role is in this our system, system of activity. Then embedding in the self-management of higher system. And here we can have a problem, because very often, or even all the time, we have no higher system with self-management. Because all countries in our world, they are ruled in autocratic style. But we have such a chance, because in our movement, in our International Scientific School of Universology, we build self-management. It's can say that it's not so easy, because we are different, because we from our different countries, from different nations, with different values, goals, but we work on it all the time. And now, and then the last one is the contribution to the new social economic formation. Why it should be new social economic formation? I think that many of us knows about formations, and we see that these formations are changing all the time. Now we have a capitalistic formation. What formation is the next? Who knows? Maybe you have some ideas.
Yeah, we'll search.
Okay.
Ауровиле.
Okay. So let's think about it. I will go further.
Social justice.
Okay. Before we'll proceed to these levels, I would like to repeat once more. The human being is the cosmic phenomenon. And mainly mankind doesn't pay attention that there are some changes in the, we say, stellar temple. That different cycles of different planets give us different energies. And there are different cycles in which we should do special things, some special. All of us are coming from cosmic levels, right? Or not? Okay. And we can say that every our soul is the grain of spirit, or the grain of soul. And every of us has its own mission. Because if we are coming here in this moment of the development of mankind, of our planet, so we are coming here with some task, some goal. And what does it mean for us? The first one, that each of us should have idea of the life. Why I am living here at this moment, at this nation, at this moment. What is my product that is very useful for the development of every human being, family, team, society, and so on. And how I changed my style of life with this product and this idea. Am I an example of implementation of my idea. Okay? So let's go on further. So it is the second stage, and we say that every hour step in our life should be harmonized. In what is the technology of harmonization of our energy? Everybody of us knows that in our surrounding, in our energy surrounding, we have 4 elements. I know that in different cultures there are a different number of energies. For example, in Chinese culture, religion, we have 5. But there the tree is like the 5th element, yeah, because it needs fire, solar energy to grow, the ground, air and water. And we have the similar situation with a human being. If we have this goal, program of development, it's element of fire, and it means what to aim for, what do I want to do in this my life, or in this stage of my life, then I should look at my potential capabilities, resources of life, and this is the element of earth. What do I have? What do I do? What resources I have to fulfill my program of development, right? Then we have 2 more elements. The third one is here, what I can. And this element gives us the activity in cooperation. So it is our openness to other people, our communication ability, our ability to build positive, beautiful relations with our surrounding. And the last element is water. So expected results. What do I expect? What will I become? And this element gives us possibility of unification with other people, not maybe only with people, but we have also 7 other levels of our planet, for example, mineral, plants, animals, and so on. And for us it's also very important. And if we can harmonize these 4 elements, here in the middle we have this harmony, we have this 5th element. I think that everybody knows the film 5th element, you remember? And there they say, or maybe not, it was not maybe said, but they showed that 5th element is the love in many levels, the love to himself, the love to other man or woman, the love to, for example, work, because if I'm doing something, I should like it, love it. They love to my nation, to my civilization, to the planet. And then arise another question: if I love it, what I do to these levels? If I do nothing, we can't achieve this harmony of 4 elements. And the same process we use to every project that emerge in our movement. The next step is, it's the same step, and we have the same picture. And here we say how the energy can flow in these 4 elements and give us the result, this 5th element of our success, of our love to the world, to the people, to our project that is developing many people and many teams, for example, our society, our civilization, and so on. And we says that then here we have the focus of our energy, the focus to which we should return all the time to have more force, more energy to fulfill our life predestination and life mission. The next step is the ascertainment of main multi-level goals. And here we have the main model that we call it the model of goals. And if you see, it's very similar to the DNA, our DNA. So it shows that our universal models, they are taken from the nature, and we can influence modeling our life. With the help of these models, we can change it. And if you are interested in medicine, maybe you have read that 10 years ago, 20 years ago, scientists said that the DNA of human being is the same all our life long. But now it occurred that the lifestyle, the style of thinking of human being can change our DNA. And this is the base of our development, of our spiritual development as well, and our divine development. So, we have 7 levels of our life, and at every level we determine our life goal. And then, in the result, we have 14 goals. That is the set of our predestination goals. Okay? Because our goal, mostly people say, okay, I have one goal, and this goal is on the one of the level, or maybe sub-levels, so some little goal. But we, our models, universal models, help us to see the complex aspect of complex goals of our life. And it is crucial, because if we have only one goal on one of the levels, yes, other levels will develop as well, but not so fast as this one little goal. So we should pay attention at all our levels. For example, if I say, okay, I want to be healthy, but I want to be healthy only on my finger, right? And often people say in such a way. But we want to be healthy to all our organism, right? The next step is the next model, universal model. If we have goals, we should have some cycles in which we will realize our goals, because we know that it's not possible to realize very important life goals in one moment, or in 1 year, or even in 10 years. So we should see our perspectives. And here the base is the same 7 levels. And we make our steps from our idea to its realization. And we say, here is our analysis of our goals and our surrounding in which we are acting. And then we have evolution of our idea, when we, with the help of this knowledge and experience, we transform ourselves and our surrounding, and then we are going to the next level, higher level of our life. As I'm working working with quality models, we invented familiar models for our enterprises. And here we see the structure of our enterprise, this enterprise of future, and we see that we have here 12 steps and at the same moment, it's the main productive process of the enterprise. Maybe it's too complicated. I go further. So, if we have goals harmonized, we know cycles of its realization, we should pay attention for the self-management, because unity without self-management is impossible. And here we have different examples of model of self-management. And we say that in every system of life system of activity, we should have three main structures. Yeah. The first one structure, here is different names, but I would like just to explain, because if it is enterprise, we should know what it should be in our life, yeah, personal life or the life of community. The first structure should take care about goals of this life system, and it is in charge to realize these goals all the time, not to go ahead somewhere, yeah, in other direction. It's very important because very often people say, okay, we would like to be happy, we would like to be healthy, we would like to be something else, but do another things, and as a result they are unhealthy, unhappy, and so on. And it is the sign that they don't remember about predestination, because if this predestination is determined in connection of their super systems, yeah, it is actual all cycle long, yeah, all life long, all cycle of life of enterprise, community, and so on, civilization. In our movement, we say that here we have a university, the educational system that consists of different levels: school, college, university of Universology and psychosystemology, and here also we have the system, implemented system of continuous education. The next structure, in enterprise, we can say that this structure is strategical council. So these people who know what is the direction of development of this structure, and they all the time looks at that direction, not there, but in this direction where we are developing. The next structure here is, for enterprise, is the management council, so experienced people, managers, who are realizing the goals that are kept by this structure. And the third structure, coordination council, that all the time, asks, yeah, or is in a relation with both these structures and helps all the time. And here we have, the streams of energy, because energy is going from this structure to this, then to this, then to the all the people who are the members of this project, community, so on, and then it returns through this coordination council here to to control if this cycle of action did the proper things that realize the goals of all the system. Is it clear? Okay. And it is a simple model. Now I have another, maybe more complicated model, but it is the model for next step. Because if we have built the self-management system, we should embed it in the self-management system of higher system. So, if, for example, we changed our enterprise, and we have self-management, and it works, it's realizing its higher goals and so on. So we are looking for the system where run the same enterprises, the same families, the same communities, and so on. If we have no such super system, we just looking for another similar system of our level and try to build the self-system management with them. For example, in our enterprise in Poland is looking for another enterprises who works in the same, maybe not so works because these systems are spreading, but not so quickly as we will. But the same goals, for example. They don't know how to realize these goals, but they have very good goals. And we speak to them and say to them, okay, let's, at the first stage we'll communicate, we'll exchange of our goals, our values, and then we can build with you the self-management system. It will be the system of high system. Because if today Marina said the first law of polarity says that we can go to the higher level only in that case when we unite together, right? Okay, and the last level, contribution to the new social economic formation. And here we have such drawings that shows us how the cycles of socio-economic formation, how these formations are developed. At first they are very primitive, then they begin to complicate because we have here the communication of our close and our upper world. Then we see that appears 12 characteristics, 12 etaps of realizing of goals. And here also is hierarchy of social economic formation. Sorry, it is in Polish because and now we are somewhere in this place. We know that socialism was in the Soviet Union, in China, and some North countries, but to this time there are no unique and the whole idea what is this socialism. And socialism, when people are have goals at 7 levels, then they knows that their activity is developing to the society, to civilization, to the whole economy of our mankind. So here are these models that I wanted to show you. And this theoretical basis was the inspiration for enterprise in Poland to construct the universal system of quality management. And we propose the system for different enterprises who see that at this crisis of economy, in crisis in every country and in the world, they can obtain new quality system that can give quality management at all levels of their activity. And our enterprise in Poland was Comex, and this year, previously it has 40 years, it has implemented this universal system of quality management. And here our 40 success that we obtained with the help of this system. And we have begun with the 12th civilization of Lotus of the World, and in the last my words of this presentation, I would say that the ability to unite is bearing inside of human being. And when we have meeting here with Auroville authorities, I have heard such a phrase that we can't unite because we are different, but we are conscious human being, and we know that unification is certain for us because it's the only good path for everybody. So if we are so different, we should be united at first at the level of our goals, values, being leaders, and then we have transformation point when all these aspects are going to our life, our physical, emotional, mental life. And only in that case we can unite civilization, and I know that you know this civilization, it's the fifth root race. Now we are here in this point, and here we are going now to the synthesizing Slavic civilization. But if I ask a question, how do you think, are all the mankind ready to synthesize all experience from Hyborea to this time? I think that the main answer will be not yet, right? So Universology reveals technologies how we can unite in the case that, for example, some nations or some countries are not ready. So we know that we can prepare, but only in the case that we have this goal. If we have not, so it's not the path to the future. Thank you.